Today we're exploring the crucial role of tracking technologies in the digital world and the advertising industry. Understanding these tools is key for both businesses and consumers. Online trackers are the backbone of modern advertising technology, or Adtech. They significantly influence how ads are targeted to you, how effective those ads are, and ultimately how they reach you. Welcome back to the Privacy PowerUp series. I'm Jadene Young, Manager of Privacy Research at TrustArc. So, how do these trackers work? Essentially, they gather information about your online behavior, your preferences, and even some of your demographics. This then allows advertisers to show you ads tailored specifically to what they think you'll be interested in. This practice is called targeted advertising, displaying ads based on your personal data to predict what you might like. These trackers come in various forms. We have cookies, which are small text files that websites store on your devices to remember information about you. Then there are pixel tags, tiny invisible images that are used to track website visits and actions. Device IDs are unique identifiers for your phone or your tablet. And browser fingerprinting creates a unique profile based on your browser settings. These tools work together to monitor your online activity across different websites and apps, even tracking your location and browsing patterns. The information collected can be quite varied. It includes things like identifiers such as cookie IDs, user IDs, and your IP address. Trackers also gather device information, like the type of browser and operating system that you're using, and importantly, they track behavioral data, meaning your browsing habits and what content you look at. Trackers also contribute to audience segmentation, categorizing users based on different criteria and even infer demographic information like your interests and affiliations. For advertisers, online trackers are vital for delivering personalized ads. Imagine seeing ads for running shoes right after you've been browsing a website that sells them. That's trackers at work, aiming to boost your engagement and make you more likely to buy. Cookies also help advertisers understand how well their campaigns are performing, showing them things like how many people click on their ads and whether they make a purchase or not. The data collected by these trackers provide valuable analytics, allowing advertisers to constantly refine their strategies. Trackers can even link your activity across different devices. So whether you're using your computer, your phone, or your smart TV, advertisers can get a more complete picture of your interests and target you more effectively. For websites and app developers that offer free content, online trackers are essential for generating revenue. They allow these publishers to sell advertising space to companies who want to reach a specific audience. Online trackers are also key to a process called real-time bidding, or RTB. This is where ad space is auctioned off in milliseconds as you browse a website. It's a core part of programmatic advertising, making ad placements faster, more accurate, and often more cost-effective. Here's a simplified look at how RTB works. A website with ad space, known as a demand-side platform, interacts with advertisers through a supply-side platform using an ad exchange. So when you visit a website connected to this demand-side platform, it communicates with the supply-side platform. And then the supply-side platform uses cookies and other trackers to figure out what ads would be most relevant to you based on your online profile. And those ads are then bid on in real time. However, the use of trackers is at the heart of many privacy concerns. They often collect vast amounts of data, and this can happen without clear understanding or consent. So because of these concerns, regulations like the GDPR in Europe and the CCPA in California set strict rules about transparency in data collection, the need for user consent before these trackers are installed, and the legal basis for processing this personal data. Companies that don't comply can face significant fines and damage to their reputation. But despite these regulations, many in the ad tech industry still struggle to obtain proper consent for using trackers. The complex nature of the online advertising ecosystem makes it difficult for users to really understand who is collecting their data and how it's being used. Additionally, the data exchange during these real-time bidding auctions often isn't very secure, putting personal information at risk. Many companies also rely too heavily on legal contracts rather than implementing strong technical safeguards, which isn't going to be enough under regulations like the GDPR. Ultimately, many users are simply unaware of the extent to which their data is being collected, shared, and used to create profiles for targeted advertising, and the privacy notices that they encounter are often too generic and they don't provide enough clear information. While online trackers offer benefits, they also pose significant risks. Let's explore some of the main concerns. We've got data processing risks. So online trackers increase the likelihood of data breaches and security vulnerabilities by collecting and storing both sensitive and non-sensitive personal information. This data could be exposed in the event of a security incident. Additionally, trackers contribute to the loss of privacy and control for individuals, as they often gather data without clear consent or transparency, undermining users' autonomy over their personal information. For organizations, the widespread use of trackers can lead to legal and reputational risks. Non-compliance with privacy regulations like GDPR or CCPA can result in significant fines, legal actions, and damage to reputation. The continued use of modern technologies such as online trackers has led to a revival of old state wiretap laws. Acts like California's Invasion of Privacy Act, Massachusetts Wiretap Act, and the Federal Wiretap Act, which were originally designed to prevent unwanted eavesdropping on telephone calls, are now being adapted to address online tracking methods. While court cases using these arguments haven't reached final rulings yet, their viability remains uncertain. Furthermore, litigators are using new interpretations of the private right of action from states like the California CCPA to argue that disclosing personal information without consent to a third party through online trackers does constitute an unauthorized disclosure. European data privacy regulators have examined online tracking practices, particularly regarding the transfer of personal data to the United States. Decisions from EU DPA's data protection authorities indicate frequent violations of EU data protection laws due to insufficient safeguards against potential US state surveillance. The Schrems II ruling, which invalidated the EU-US Privacy Shield, has heightened concerns about data protection in the US, requiring EU businesses to reevaluate their data transfer methods. And certain cookies, like those from Google Analytics, have been flagged for transmitting personal data potentially exposed to US monitoring. The European Data Protection Supervisor has even noted the EU Parliament's noncompliance, and the French DPA and Australian DPA have issued warnings about the legality of these transfers. They have deemed several activities as unlawful use of online trackers, and in the US, the FTC has imposed fines for unfair and deceptive conduct for selling sensitive consumer location data, including information about health, political activities, and religion, and collecting and using it without verifiable consent. Collecting and sharing sensitive health data with third parties for advertising without consent, misrepresenting privacy policies, and failing to safeguard this data. From a business standpoint, online trackers are currently seen as essential for driving growth and profitability in digital advertising. However, the industry is facing increasing pressure to adopt more transparent and privacy-friendly approaches. This includes exploring privacy by design solutions, where privacy is built into the technology from the start, and looking for alternatives to traditional third-party cookies, such as contextual advertising, which focuses on the content of a web page rather than the individual user data. For regulators, the main goals are to protect user rights and limit the intrusiveness of tracking. They are pushing for compliance measures such as data protection impact assessments, appointment of data protection officers within companies, and implementation of strong technical and organizational measures to ensure data is being processed securely. Understanding the significance of tracking technologies is vital in today's digital landscape. As the industry evolves, finding a balance between effective advertising and user privacy will continue to be a key challenge for businesses, regulators, and consumers alike. That's all for this segment of the Privacy PowerUp series. If you haven't already, go back and watch the previous videos in this series that cover these topics: assessing the risk before it hits, contracts that count, sell, share, or beware, and vendor management. Next up to help you power up is data inventory, next level classification.